What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of Today in the NA. I'm your host, Brandon Hofstra. Today we'll take a look at some NAHL alumni that have signed some professional contracts. We'll take a look at the NAHL standings as we're heading into the postseason with only a few spots remaining, the NAHL Players of the Month for March, and the latest NCAA commitments. Let's get right into it. North Iowa Bulls forward Nolan Greer announced he will be playing college hockey for the University of Wisconsin Eau The NA3HL alumni made his NAHL debut in the 2021-22 season with the Jamestown Rebels and made 2 appearances with the Oklahoma Warriors last season. The Wisconsin native is playing in his first full season in the NAHL with the Bulls, logging 8 goals and 18 points in 49 games so far. New Mexico Iceblues forward Olivier Lameau announced he will be furthering his academic and athletic career at York University in Toronto. The rookie skater out of Quebec played in 52 games with New Mexico and tallied 14 goals and 34 assists, placing him 5th in points on the roster. New Hampshire defenseman Josh Doolin announced his commitment to play Division III hockey at Hobart College. The NAHL rookie has been a steady presence on the blue line for the Mountain Kings, recording 16 points in 52 games so far this year. His 7 goals tie him at first, with 2 other blue liners and goals scored. He becomes the 9th player from the New Hampshire roster to commit to playing college hockey. His former teammate and current Northeast General Brandon Spalding made his commitment to play at Skidmore College. The Massachusetts native played in 38 games for the Mountain Kings before joining the Generals, where he has since appeared in 18 games. Across both teams, Spalding has amassed 12 goals and 13 assists. And to round off today's commitments, second-year NAHL and current El Paso Rhino Luke Lindsay announced he will be playing at Bethel University next season. Lindsay began his NAHL journey last season with the Wings, where he played in 40 games. After 15 games with the South Dakota club this year, he moved south to play with the Rhinos. Since, the Wisconsin native has accumulated 3 goals and 16 points in 41 games for El Paso. As we flip the calendar into April, on Monday, we recognize 3 players in the NAHL whose efforts in March earned them the Player of the Month award. New Jersey Titans forward Dominic Barteco was recognized as March Forward of the Month. The Mercyhurst commit was dominant in all 10 games he played in, recording a point in all but 1 game. His strongest performance came on the 30th against the Johnstown Tomahawks, tallying 2 goals and 5 points in a 6-2 victory on home ice. Connor Brown of the Janesville Jets was lights out once again and was awarded the league's Defenseman of the Month. The league-leading NAHL defenseman combined for 17 points in 11 games, dishing out 16 assists, including 5 in 1 game on the 30th against the Kenai River Brown Bears. The Ferris State University commit received an award back in October and has been on a record-setting pace all year from the blue line. Anchorage Wolverines backstop Liam Bierman went perfect, going 6-0 over the course of March to earn the True Hockey's Goaltender of the Month. The Michigan native allowed just 11 goals during the month, which was good for a 1.83 goals against average and a .933 save percentage. His best outing came on the 10th against the Springfield Junior Blues, where he earned his 4th shutout of the season, stopping 32 shots faced. Switching gears now, let's take a look at some former NAHLers who have earned some recognition in the NCAA and as well as signing professional hockey contracts. A pair of NAHL alumni in Cornell University's own Gabriel Seeger and Ian Shane earned monthly awards in the ECAC. Seeger tallied 10 points through the month for the Big Red, including a point in both games in the NCAA tournament. Shane picked up a win in 6 appearances throughout March, combining for a 1.89 goals against average and a .926 save percentage. His 31 saves against the University of Maine helped him advance to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Dartmouth College's backstop Cooper Black signed a 2-year entry-level contract with the Florida Panthers organization. The Michigan native made stints in the NA in 2 seasons with both the Maryland Black Bears and Odessa Jackalopes. This season with Dartmouth, Black played in 30 games and held a 2.58 goals against average and a .910 save percentage. Former Janesville Jet Matthew Barbolini signed a 2-year contract with the Toronto Marlies in the American Hockey League. Barbolini joins the Marlies after completing his senior season with the Miami Redhawks, making his debut on the 27th. On Wednesday night, he recorded his first point in professional hockey against the Springfield Thunderbirds. Last weekend, the Club 49 Cup was presented in Anchorage, Alaska in a matchup between the Wolverines and the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. With the addition of the Anchorage Wolverines in the 2021-22 campaign came the Club 49 Cup. Throughout the NAHL regular season, all 3 Alaska clubs in the Midwest Division battled to hoist the trophy to claim the throne as the best team in the last frontier. Following last Friday's game in Anchorage, the Cup was presented to the Wolverines, who set the team's record for the most wins in regular season in their short history. As we head into this weekend, there are some key matchups in a few spots left heading into the postseason. In the Central Division, 2 spots remain. In the East Division, 1 spot. And in the Midwest, 1 spot remains, as well as the South is completely full. Let's take a look at those key matchups that could lead to home ice advantage for the postseason. A pair of crucial series in the East kick off tonight's action as the Rebels take on Danbury and the Generals host the Junior Americans. Philadelphia and Northeast are fighting for the final spot in the playoffs. The Gens hold a 2-point advantage over the Rebels, Philadelphia having a game in hand. It could come down to the wire on Sunday when the Rebels play their final game of the regular season against the Maine Nordiques. A win last night from the Norsemen brought a 3-way tie for the 3rd place in the Central Division, with Austin, St. Cloud, and Aberdeen all at 61 points. The Bruins and Wings face off tonight and tomorrow, which could be the most important series of the season for both squads. The Wings have the edge in head-to-head throughout the season, winning 7 of their last 10 matchups. And finally, the Steel and Wilderness fight for the final spot in the Midwest, Chippewa holding a 1-point advantage in the standings while Minnesota has a game in hand. The Steel take on the Wendigo tomorrow night and will play their final game next weekend on home ice against the Jets. The Wilderness will play their final 3 games against the Junior Blues, finishing their regular season in Springfield next weekend. Keep your eyes glued all weekend long as those final spots in the playoffs will fill up, and you can watch all of that exclusively on NAHL TV. Stay up to date as well with our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube page as well. Until next time, thanks for watching Today in the NA, brother.